It's been proven that animals in the dairy industry aren't treated any better than the ones in the meat industry. You aren't vegan. It's been proven that a lot of animals are like that. Yeah, a lot. But if you research who you buy foods from, you help a whole lot. And on top of that, you're not creating a direct demand for their slaughter. While there's a connection for their slaughter, like, that doesn't mean that creating a demand for dairy is pure evil. Like, if you buy from local farmers who are completely honest, then half the battle's over. Like, me eating eggs from my aunt's farm, what's wrong with that? The chickens weren't hurt. The chickens aren't fertilized with babies or anything like that. It's just menstruation. So what's wrong with eating that? And it's healthy. On top of that, it's very healthy. Like, I heard the study that pregnant women should be at least vegetarian, because being a vegan pregnant person could hurt the baby, and having a vegan child could hurt the child. So it's like, I mean, this is just what I've heard. You guys should Google this, research it. Don't take my word for it. I'm constantly battling with you, dude. But I mean, it just seems like the healthiest diet. It's the best for humans. And if we can treat cows well, if we can treat chickens well, I mean, mostly chickens, honestly. Cows seems to be like the thing that, I mean, they consume tons of water, and they clear thousands of acres of land daily or hourly or whatever. So it's like they're doing a lot of damage. But chickens seem to be pure win when it comes to consuming eggs. But at the same time, how those eggs are acquired, meaning where did all the roosters go? Because they don't need roosters, they just need hens. So that's a big question too, and there is corruption there. I'm very, very willing to admit that the vegetarian diet isn't perfect, but I am not willing to admit that, because it's not true, that it's wrong to consume honey. Because think of it this way. Bees pollinate 30% of the crops in America, commercial bees. So what does that mean to vegans? Vegans are still profiting from the exploitation of animals, right? So vegans have to ask themselves, and on top of that, they benefit by giving these bees a good life. The healthier the bees are, the better or the more success they find. So veganism doesn't really make sense entirely, and that's why I say I'm a vegetarian. That's such a stupid name. Vegetarian, because I lean towards veganism where it's morally right and where there's an alternative. I try to make sense. But people don't want to listen to me. They just say, you're not a vegan, so you're evil. Okay, don't listen to me. Fine. You're one of the few people I can listen to a long period of time and not get infuriated. I know, right? Some people are so unbearable in the sense that, like, when they talk, they don't know how to keep going consistently, and they get confused, and they say, I don't know what's going on. Like, that's how I was in the beginning, though. I didn't really have the ability to clearly convey my thoughts on video until years of practice. Like, I got better and better. Originally, I used to do this thing, and maybe some of you guys, What the Buck Show is talking about me. It says I have a cute dog. That's cool. Okay, anyway. That's awesome. I like What the Buck. He's such a cool guy. But I used to do this. I used to write a script for my main channel videos, because I used to do Speaks and main channel videos on the same thing. I used to do this. Do you believe in anti-American mentalities? I don't. And this is how I do feel. Like, I would just keep... I'm Onision. Here's my dog. He's so chill. Okay, anyway, but I used to just do this constant head turn thing. I mean, it takes practice, guys, so don't be too hard on people who are totally retarded, like, in front of cameras. Do you ever regret your relationship with Shiloh? I regret ever breaking up with Shiloh. I wish I would have worked things out. I just got so frustrated. It's like when I get extremely, extremely overwhelmed by someone, then I kind of shut down emotionally, and I just say, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, and it's just like I just stop caring, And that's a scary thing where I just want to be left alone, and then I just start going, please leave me alone, please leave me alone, and I just, like, that person makes themselves more and more of an enemy to me, because they keep being aggressive towards me, and they keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's like, that's something I've said before, but I want you guys to take from this again. If you're in a relationship with someone and they just keep and you have to be around them. You just want to be around them. You have to at some point leave them alone when they ask to be left alone. Probably right away. That'd be good, because if they have their space, they can cool down and remember how much they love you. But if you don't let them cool down, then their frustration is going to overwhelm everything, and they'll just shut down. So give each other space when you ask for it. You can answer a few more questions, and then I'm going to go. Do you regret not trying to fix your marriage with couples counseling? No. No, I don't. She wanted to go to counseling, but I really didn't because I was so done. Like, that relationship, seriously, was draining. It was horribly draining. She was depressed all the time. I told her repeatedly, I can't help you. I can never make you happy because we got this house, we got a good life, we got everything we wanted, and you're still unhappy. She is a depressed person, and she was depressed before I ever met her. And I've always, like, from the moment I met her on, I had been trying to make her happy. But I think what it comes down to is a chemical imbalance where you cannot make her happy. And now she's turning to say, oh, well, it's all his fault. That's why I suffer from this. No, I broke up with you. That's why you're so upset. That's why you were upset for such a long time. I left you, and you were already a depressed person on top of that. So of course you're going to go to try and say it's my fault to make you feel like everything's okay on your end and you didn't have a mistake. But your mistake was trying to claim my assets when you agreed not to. During the marriage, she tried to do this. It was also lying. It was also stealing. It was also being dishonest. You showed me your true colors when that happened, and it's like, I don't know, man. That was not a marriage that I am even remotely sad that I got out of. I've only been in one marriage, but I'm glad that I left it because I got to see who she really was. And everybody in my family got to see who she really was. Like, people who were close to her in my family saw who she really was, and they were shocked. Because and they're not just hearing it from me. They saw what she was doing with their own eyes. So it was like, it was incredible. So no, I don't regret leaving that. I don't regret leaving relationships with people who didn't really love me. What would you do if you were stuck somewhere for 2 years? You mean like in South Korea? I was stuck there. It was actually, South Korea was okay. It's just that, I had to do certain things there that were very unpleasant, which made it miserable. But if I was stuck there, I would just do my best to cope, Someone says, tell us about Smelzy Butt. What happened with him? Full story, please. I don't want to talk about Smelzy Butt. I just don't. He and I separated, stopped making videos together for good reasons. Seer has the story. Seer was there the whole time. He saw everything. But I'll just say I lost motivation for working with him due to certain circumstances that I didn't agree with. I didn't agree with his lifestyle, so I left. Anyway, bye-bye. Bye. Look at the camera. Bye.